Hi, this is Kevin Thomas, and welcome back to the At Home Film Festival. I am happy to be with you, and please, while I'm talking about it now, please share and subscribe and hit the like button and give me comments, please. Please. Anyway, I thought this week we would take a look at musical roots. And what that means is we're going to take a look at 7 movies, one for each day of the week, and the roots of its origin. Was it first a movie and then became a Broadway musical? Or was it a musical that became a movie? I am not going to do some that I've talked about so many times in the past because they've already had their turn. Let's take a look at some musicals we could watch at home and learn more about how they got their start. So let's take a look now. Ragtime is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's from 1981. By the way, you can watch it on Stars. It's based upon a book from decades earlier. It kind of mixes together fictional and factual characters, which I thought was really great. And it's got an all-star cast. It's the last film with James Cagney. It's got Mary Steenburgen. Star-making performance by Howard E. Rollins. It was up for 8 wonderful Oscars. It won 0. It should have been up for more, should have been up for Best Picture, but 1981 had so many great movies that it was hard to stand out. This was a critical and a financial success, which is great, which also led to the wonderful Broadway musical, which I also loved. But this story is so amazing. Here we have a young woman looking for love and happiness. We've got crime, we've got a murder, we've got racism. Oh, God, what a terrific film. And although he finally won an Oscar for composing, this is actually Randy Newman's best score and song. I am shocked he didn't win for this. A lot of his stuff is fluffier and more lighthearted. I mean, he is the guy that wrote the song Little People. But anyway, let's take a look at his work in this beautiful movie with this wonderful song called One More Hour. Tell that score is so lovely, and look at this scenery and photography. Everything about Ragtime is so worthwhile. So watch the movie with me, and when it comes to your town, watch the musical. I really didn't mean to make a Milos Forman double feature because he directed Ragtime, but he also directed Hair. I've talked about Hair before, but when I did last time, it was not free on Prime. Now it is. Hair, though, was not the success that Ragtime was, but it's just as good. Its root is the off-Broadway then Broadway musical called Hair. That was super popular, but I think the problem with the movie was just they waited too long because flower children, fighting the war, by 1979 that was a thing of the past, and it was too early to be a period piece, but it was too late for people to care. So it's a really terrific movie. I love here Treat Williams. We got Beverly D'Angelo, a lot of good songs. It kind of revived itself and made it fresh for the movie. Just a lot of people didn't go. In fact, the songs are so good. Let's listen to one. Last time I featured in a show, I had a big ballad song by a singer that's wonderful named Cheryl Barnes. But let's take a listen to Treat Williams.
I got crazy ways, daughter. I got $1,000,000 charm, cousin. I got headaches and toothaches and bad times to like you. I got my hair, I got my head, I got my brains, I got my ears, I got my eyes, I got my nose, I got my mouth, I got my teeth, I got my tongue, I got my chin, I got my neck, I got my tits, I got my heart, I got my soul, I got my back, I got my ass, I got my...
Guys and Dolls, which also is available for free on Prime right now, got its root from 2 short stories by Damon Runyon that were combined to make Guys and Dolls. Then it became a super successful Broadway musical, and now it's an almost super successful movie musical with Marlon Brando as a gambler that will bet on anything. He makes this bet about trying to turn the virtues of a female savior and seeing if he could turn her around to the other side. A lot of fun songs, good dancing, really wonderful film. Also has Frank Sinatra. It did well with critics and at the box office. They made a lot of changes from the Broadway musical, which was fine because it still was successful as a movie. I enjoy both versions, but it's easy to watch Guys and Doll the movie because you could watch it on TV right now. So why don't I stop talking and you could watch it this very minute. Thanks. In the Heights, the musical, has totally suffered this year, and it's a really good film available on HBO. It started off Broadway, so there's its root, and it was really well received. It won Tony Awards when it went to Broadway. People were loving it when they were being filmed, but then the cancel culture and more sensitive people started coming in. So a lot of people have objected to this film because the Latins are too light-skinned. I'm not a Latin, so I actually didn't notice that till it was pointed out. But I am a fat person. And as a fat person, I not only love this movie because of the songs and the jubilation and the family, the camaraderie and the neighborhood and the sense of belonging, but I could see fat people in this movie dancing shirtless in pools. I saw all body types. So when I left In the Heights, the movie at the movie theater, I felt part of something because I am a fat man that likes to dance and sing, and I saw myself on the screen. So maybe fat people and people of different sizes related, and I'm very sorry that today's world allowed people's culture for wanting to cancel this film because there's too many light-skinned Latin people in it and not enough dark-skinned. Saddens me. I understand where they're coming from, but I could still be sad. Okay, who would not love to watch Victor, Victoria? It's on HBO right now. Oh, this movie is so terrific. It's actually based upon a German 1930s film called Victor and Victoria, let's say that in German, where Julie Andrews, when she did the movie version, it became a musical. Then it became a Broadway musical, by the way. Then it became a filmed Broadway musical. So this has really come around. She plays a down-on-her-luck, really good singer who ends up being talked into trying out to be a drag queen in a show that Robert Preston almost forces her to do. But I mean, the girl's got to eat dinner, right? So the trouble is, gangster James Garner doesn't believe this to be true because he kind of falls for her as a man, and he's like so macho he can't like a man. But anyway, oh, wonderful film. It won an Oscar for Best Score. Julie was nominated for Oscar. Robert Preston was, and so was the super luscious, scene-stealing Leslie Ann Warren, who was a riot in this. Drop everything right now. Go to HBO and get it. And if you don't have HBO, get the trial version and watch it for 7 days. While you're there, you might as well watch Hacks too. Okay, go! I was so nervous to watch the movie Evita, which you could rent for a few dollars. Or I think even on Amazon you could buy it for $5. Anyway, Madonna is not Patti LuPone. We all know that. And when I first heard songs from Evita, before seeing the movie, I said, she doesn't have the pipes. I don't know if I could see this film. But you know what? I did see it, and I loved it, and I loved her. It was up for many Oscars and won one. It was up for a bunch of British Academy Awards, and I didn't think won any. They were all mostly technical, like Best Song, which they wrote an original for this. But I still think Madonna and Antonio Banderas were wonderful in this story, which started out as a memoir of Eva Perón, then became a Broadway musical, and then became a movie musical. Talking about roots, so that's how it all connects. So give Evita a chance. I promise it's good. In fact, let's hear the big number.
I had to let it happen. I had to change. Couldn't stay on my life down at here. Looking out of the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose freedom, running around, trying everything new, but nothing impressed keep your distance.
The only thing I don't enjoy about this Evita and this number, because I think she's doing a great job, is I don't like that dress. It reminds me of the dress Tracy Turnblad wore in Hairspray when she did the song about the roaches. But anyway, I think this movie is maligned and it shouldn't be. Madonna is terrific in this. Let's end with Gypsy. Oh my God, this has been so many ways that this movie finally came to the screen. It was the memoir of Gypsy Rose Lee, a stripper. Then it became a super successful Broadway musical, which I think was revived many, 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 many times. And on Broadway, when you played the role of Mama, you won a Tony Award, or at least a nomination. Oh, this is the best story about a stage mother. She is so determined to make her children successful that she drives them to the stage emotionally, physically, and literally. And her one daughter, though, decides she's probably better at a stripper, played by Natalie Wood, who gives a really good performance. But it's still a very good movie. I prefer it live, but since it's a story that I like, and I love the songs, especially lyrics by Stephen Sondheim, why wouldn't I want to watch this Gypsy? Except for, because Bette Midler also did a Gypsy, that's right. Hers was made for TV. You could find it on Broadway HD right now. And here she is emoting the crap out of the role and one of the big numbers. And I'm ending with this. All right. Because this will remind you of next week's show, Mother's Day. You can't get a better mother than her, right? Oh, this is such a good show. Anyway, I want to see you back here next week to look up Mother's Day movies. I hope in the meantime you share. Please comment. Oh, here she goes. We all know that one.
I dreamed it for you, June. It wasn't for me, Herbie. And if it wasn't for me, then where would you be, Miss Gypsy Rose Lee? Well, someone tell me, when is it my turn? Don't I get a dream for myself? Starting now, it's gonna be my turn. Gateway world, get off of my runway. Starting now, I bet 1,000. This time, boys, I'm taking the balls and everything's coming around. Everything's coming around. Everything's coming around. This time for me. For me. For me. For me. For me. For me.